Have you ever walked into a cafe, smelled fresh coffee, and suddenly felt calm, focused, or even a little happier?
For many English learners, coffee is part of daily life, but talking about it naturally in English can feel surprisingly difficult. Maybe you know basic words like coffee or latte, but when the conversation becomes more detailed, like describing taste, habits, or feelings, you're not always sure what to say.
That's such a common situation. You might be sitting with coworkers, friends, or even meeting someone new, and the topic of coffee comes up. Suddenly, you want to explain why you love it, or maybe why you're trying to drink less, but the words don't come easily. I'm Anna.
And I'm Leo, and that's what we're going to practice today. In this conversation, you'll learn how to talk naturally about coffee, your habits, preferences, feelings, and even the science behind why people love it.
We'll also include useful expressions, real-life phrases, and natural reactions, so you can feel more confident in everyday conversations.
Before we begin, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the English Talk channel. All right, let's get started.
So, Leo, I have a question for you. Be honest. How many cups of coffee do you drink in a day?
That's a dangerous question. I'd say around 3 cups on a normal day, maybe 4 if I'm really busy.
That's actually pretty common. I usually drink two, but I've noticed something interesting. It's not just about the caffeine for me, it's more about the whole experience.
I completely get that. For me, coffee isn't just a drink, it's part of my routine. Like I can't really start my day without it.
Right, it's almost like a ritual. That's a great word, by the way, ritual. It means something you do regularly in the same way, often because it feels comforting.
Exactly. My morning coffee is definitely a ritual. I wake up, go straight to the kitchen, make coffee, and just stand there for a moment before the day starts.
That sounds very peaceful. Do you drink it quickly or do you take your time?
I try to take my time, but honestly, most days I end up drinking it pretty fast. What about you?
I'm the opposite. I like to sit down, maybe look out the window, and really enjoy it slowly. It helps me feel grounded.
Grounded. That's a nice word. It means feeling calm, stable, and present.
Yes, exactly. Coffee gives me that feeling. But I've always wondered, why do we love coffee so much? Is it just the caffeine?
I don't think it's only the caffeine. I mean, caffeine definitely helps. You feel more awake, more alert, but there's more to it.
I agree. For example, the smell alone is amazing. Sometimes I walk past a cafe, and even if I wasn't planning to get coffee, I suddenly want one.
Same here. The smell is very powerful. It's almost like it triggers something in your brain.
Yes, like a memory or a feeling. Maybe that's part of it. Coffee is connected to positive experiences.
That makes sense. Think about it. People drink coffee when they're relaxing, talking with friends, working in a cozy place. It's often linked to good moments.
That's true. It's rarely associated with something negative. It's more like comfort.
Exactly. And also, there are so many different types of coffee. Everyone can find something they like.
That's a good point. Do you prefer strong coffee or something lighter?
I usually go for something strong, like an espresso or a dark roast. I like that bold flavor.
Bold. That's a great word to describe coffee. It means strong and intense in flavor.
Right. What about you?
I prefer something smoother, like a latte. It's less intense and a bit more balanced.
So you like a creamier taste.
Exactly. And sometimes I add a little bit of vanilla or cinnamon just for extra flavor.
That sounds really good. I usually keep it simple, but I can see why people enjoy those flavors.
Can I ask you something?
Of course.
Have you ever tried to stop drinking coffee?
Yes, and it didn't go very well.
What happened?
I felt tired all the time, I had headaches, and I couldn't focus. It's like my body was asking for coffee.
That sounds familiar. I think a lot of people experience that. It's almost like a dependency.
Exactly. Not necessarily a bad one, but still something your body gets used to. But I think there's also a social aspect to coffee.
What do you mean?
Well, think about how often people say, let's grab a coffee. It's not just about the drink, it's about spending time together.
That's so true. Coffee is almost like an excuse to connect with people.
Exactly. It's simple, casual, and comfortable. You don't need a special reason.
And it works in so many situations. Meeting a friend, having a business meeting, even going on a date.
Right. Coffee is very versatile.
Versatile. That means it can be used in many different ways or situations.
Exactly. Coffee fits almost anywhere.
Do you think people love coffee more for the feeling or the taste?
That's a good question. I think it's both, but if I had to choose, I'd say the feeling.
Interesting. Why?
Because even people who don't love the taste still drink coffee. They enjoy how it makes them feel, awake, focused, ready.
That's true. I remember when I first started drinking coffee, I didn't like the taste at all.
Same here. It felt too bitter at first.
Exactly. Bitter. That's another useful word. It describes a sharp, slightly unpleasant taste.
But over time, your taste changes.
Yes, now I actually enjoy that bitterness. It feels satisfying.
I agree. It's like your brain connects the taste with the positive effects.
That makes a lot of sense.
Also, there's something about holding a warm cup of coffee. It's comforting.
Absolutely. Especially on a cold day, it just feels right.
Do you ever go to coffee shops just to work or relax?
All the time. I actually feel more productive in a cafe than at home.
Really? Why do you think that is?
I think it's the environment. There's a bit of background noise, people talking quietly, music playing. It creates a nice atmosphere.
That's interesting. I've heard people say that kind of noise helps them focus.
Yes, it's not too quiet, but not too loud either. It's just right.
I see what you mean. At home, it can be too quiet or too distracting.
Exactly.
Let me ask you something a bit different. Do you think coffee is more of a habit or a necessity?
I'd say it starts as a habit, but for some people, it becomes a necessity.
That's a fair point.
What about you?
I think for me, it's somewhere in between. I don't absolutely need it, but my day feels incomplete without it.
Incomplete? That's a strong word.
Yeah, it's like something is missing.
I understand that. I feel the same way sometimes.
Do you think you could ever stop drinking coffee completely?
Honestly, probably not. I could reduce it, but stopping completely would be difficult.
Same here.
But I think that's okay, as long as it's balanced.
Exactly. Moderation is key.
Moderation. That means not too much, not too little, just the right amount.
Right.
So, to answer the original question, why do we love coffee so much?
I'd say it's a combination of things. The taste, the smell, the feeling, the habit, and the social connection.
That's a great summary.
What would you add?
I'd add comfort. Coffee feels familiar, reliable, and comforting.
That's true. It's like a small moment of peace in a busy day.
Exactly. And that brings us to the end of today's conversation.
We hope this helped you feel more confident talking about everyday topics like coffee in English.
Remember, simple conversations like this are powerful. You don't need complicated vocabulary, just clear, natural expressions and a bit of practice.
Try talking about your own coffee habits. Do you drink it every day? Do you prefer it strong or mild? When do you enjoy it most?
The more you practice, the more natural it will feel.
If you enjoyed this conversation, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the English Talk channel.
Thank you for practicing with us today.
Keep learning, keep speaking, and we'll see you in the next video.
Take care and enjoy your next cup of coffee.